Hello everyone! I am so excited about this doll review, and it is probably one of the most overdue doll releases because it is Aaliyah. Like, oh my gosh, like if you are a 90s kid, 90s baby, or somebody who was alive when Aaliyah was the notoriously the Princess of R&B, but oh my gosh, like this has been overdue, and I'm just so excited that Mattel Barbie has finally did an Aaliyah doll. Now, before we get into the review of this doll, I do want to take a moment to thank all of my current subscribers. Thank you for supporting my channel. And if you are new to my channel and you like my content, whether it be the doll reviews, gameplays, or just enjoying the vibes, coming in during my live streams and just chatting with the other rascals, feel free to hit the subscribe button and become a rascal. And hit that like button, it really helps out my channel as well. Now, I'm going to discuss very briefly my experience on getting the Aaliyah doll. So Mattel did this thing where they usually give their members first access. So I am a Barbie member, and they also said that Target.com and Target locations were going to get this doll. And I really debated, and I was like, well, Mattel charges for shipping. So should I get her on Mattel, or should I just wait for her to come on Target? And so I was like, you know what? I set my alarm because it was 9 p.m. Pacific time, and I'm usually already in bed by then, sleeping soundly in my comfy little bed. But I was like, you know what? Let me set an alarm and let me just do it. Let me just buy it off of Mattel Creations so I don't have to worry about it. And so that's what I did. I bought her off Mattel Creations, and I was afraid she was going to sell out quickly. So that's why I was just like, okay, well, let me just do it. Let me do it. And so I was like, well, let me see if it's on Target. And it didn't show up on Target. So I was like, okay, well, what time does Target usually refresh? And I was just like, you know what? I already got her, and, you know, I'm just going to go to bed. And so I went to bed, and I woke up and she was on Target and sold out. So I was just like, wow, okay. And so I went back to Mattel Creations and she was sold out, and I was like, wow, like everybody who was like in shock that Aaliyah finally got a doll, I hope that y'all got her and not the scalpers got her. But that was really my experience. I also went into the Target stores of the day of release and asked them if they were going to get any, well, the day prior, and they were going to have their own section for her in like the women's section. And I did go the next day to see if they had it, and they did have a spot for her, but they were all sold out. And I feel like the Target stores only got like 4 each, even less probably. So I don't know. I feel like they limited Target on stuff, or they just didn't produce a whole lot of dolls to begin with, and they're probably going to produce more of her. So I'll get to that point at the end of my video. But anyways, we are here to discuss the iconic, legendary Aaliyah, the R&B princess herself, the doll. So this doll is based off of the 1 in a Million music video with the iconic outfit that you see her here. Definitely a great song. To go back a little bit, Aaliyah is, or was, okay, I guess you could do both, present and past tense, because I still love her music, but I'm more K-pop now. But back in the day when I was in middle school, I would listen to Aaliyah, and I'm very particular on my slow music. And I don't really listen to slow music. And Aaliyah's discography, all of her music, I loved. 1 in a Million, I Care For You, Rock the Boat, Back and Forth. The list can go on and on. And I'm just like, Aaliyah was one of those singers that just reached to me, and I just loved her. I loved her voice. I loved everything about her. So if you don't know Aaliyah and you're not familiar with her discography, go look it up. But anyways, this doll is based on the 1 in a Million music video we're gonna start with the box. So the box itself is this kind of, it's an irregular shaped, an asymmetrical shape, I guess you can say. And the background, you can see here we have like pictures of Aaliyah in like a sepia kind of color. It's not really sepia, but it is like a orangey color. But I love the pictures that they've chose. And then you have the Aaliyah kind of, I would say like name font, I guess. And it's like a silver foil. Then you have Barbie signature there. And then on the back, you get a description of the doll. And basically it's to commemorate the 30th anniversary of Aaliyah's debut album. So if you want to pause and read here to read on your own, you may. And then you get some more pictures of her. That's kind of like the same with the background of her box here. Now, this this doll also came with a certificate of authenticity. And this is one thing that I dislike about, let me dim this light so I can show y'all. This is one thing I dislike about Mattel. It's paper! Like, come on! Make it a thicker paper, or make it like, I don't know, like what you do with the Sculptor dolls, the Monster High dolls. Like, why can't it be on a thicker paper? And what I'm probably gonna do is laminate it and just put it back to where I can, for the certificate of authenticity. But I don't know, I hate that they do this. And I just really wish it was a thicker certificate of authenticity. But anyways, the doll also comes with her very own stand. And the stand fits perfectly. It does move up and down a little bit, but other than that, it's a hip hugger, which I love better than the saddle stands. And it's just a basic base that most of the Barbie comes with. But anyways, so this doll, oh my gosh, so good. I'm just gonna say that right now. And I thought that this doll was not articulated, and she is. Like, she has elbows and wrists that you can turn. I first thought, because you can't really see it with the clothing here, but most of the dolls that are like collector dolls sometimes don't have articulation. And I was like, oh, well, she's gonna be stuck like this, because this is the exact pose that the Barbie Mattel likes to put for their dolls. So I was like, okay, well, that's gonna be a negative for me. But when I took her out, I was like, oh, she is articulated. Okay. I'm on board. This is like probably the best celebrity doll that they did. Anyways, so starting with her shoes, she has these black boots. I'm not too familiar with shoes, so I'm gonna assume that they're Timberlands, or kind of like Timberlands, but they're black. And I just love the little etched, embossed features as well on the shoes. And then as you go up, like I mentioned, this is her signature outfit for the 1 in a Million, where she's laying on the car. But we have this pleather-like pant, and it goes up into this section right here next to her pelvis, to where you get the studs, you get the you also get a like a rope kind of texture there for her midsection here. And let's see, it is separate pieces, so it's not like printed on. So that's really neat. She has her belly button pierced there too, or a jewel gem there, which I didn't even notice until I was like taking her out looking. I was like, oh my gosh, they have that too. And then as you make your way up to her top, these are separate pieces, but as you can see, this one is kind of like the top vest part is kind of sticky tacked to her top just to keep it in place. But it is like a tank top here that's a pleather with the same kind of stud feature, and then you get like a sheer fabric underneath with the same kind of black rope kind of texture there. And then the vest itself is that same pleather kind of fabric. And then I love the zipper alignment on the borders here. Really love that. And then of course the stitching on the vest. She does have her gloves here too that are pleather, and it goes down, and then she has that same kind of rope, black rope along her arm here, and it is tied in. And that's essentially her whole outfit. Now moving up to her face, oh my gosh, so she does come with glasses. The glasses are, of course, signature to the music video once again, but she does have the glasses, and they are tacked into her hair, so you would need to clip the little string from her hair if you wish to take it off. Right now I'm keeping it on because I'm in hopes that Target and Mattel are gonna restock, so I can get another to keep in box, but for now, I'm just going to leave it as is, because after I finish this review, I'm probably going to put her right back in the box just to like keep her safe and sound. But she has the glasses, and then as you lift up the glasses, she has a neat kind of screen print here, and I just absolutely love the print job that Mattel did. Like, oh my gosh, the lips, the gloss lip, the printed face, it's just so good. And they gave her her signature mole as well on her above her brow, kind of. But I just love that little piece of detail that they put in there. And then she has these studded earrings here too. They're not like super like fancy. They're just like a piece of plastic there too that has the details in it. And you get it in both sides of her ears. So you get earrings, studded earrings. And then her hair, you get her signature hair because she always used to have her side bangs in her face. So I just love that they captured that. It is tacked in by a string, a black string there too, and behind the hair. But overall, the hair could, just like with every doll, if you're a doll collector, could need a wash and maybe a restyle. And I have seen some people who did do restyles of her, and they did a great job. I'm not too particular in washing hair. I usually just take the dolls out and either display them, review them, and then put them back. But we'll see. I don't think I will because I don't want to risk messing her up. That's just me. But that is essentially Aaliyah, the doll itself, and its overall review. I'm so excited for this doll, and the reason why I said I'll get back to the whole them restocking her, I think they are going to restock her, you guys. I feel like they were only able to produce a certain amount, and they're still producing. And the reason why I say that is because the other dolls that had released in the music tribute series, like Celia Cruz, who else was there? Stevie Nicks. The reason why I say that is because they did sell out, but then they did restock later. But Stevie Nicks did sell out, I think, again, and they hadn't restocked. But I think what they did is they were like, oh, Stevie Nicks sold out, so let's make another batch and put more out there. So I think that's what they're gonna do with Aaliyah too, is that they're like, oh wow, okay, so she sold. We only made a certain match, but we still have more in produce, I guess, is productivity. I don't know. You get what I'm saying. But I think that's what Mattel is doing. Or they held back a certain amount and then they're gonna put the rest out. I don't know. But that's what my theory is and what I'm thinking. So don't pay eBay prices. Don't pay the third market prices just yet. I would just say hold off a little bit because I have a feeling that Mattel is going to release another batch of these dolls. And that's just from what I've experienced in the past with the other dolls. But anyways, Thank y'all for coming in. Let me know your thoughts on this doll. Oh, I didn't give you my rating. Duh. So my rating, it's a no-brainer. This doll for me is a 10 out of 10, 100 out of 10. For me, it's priceless just because Aaliyah is that figure that I grew up with, a singer that had made an impact on my life song-wise, and I feel like if she was still here, that she would be among probably the best artists out there. Kind of like on the ranks of, I guess, where some of y'all would say where Beyonce is, where Taylor Swift is. Of course, she is in her own lane genre of R&B, and I don't feel like we have someone like that still. I know there's some people who are in the genre, but I just feel like Aaliyah has that unique voice, that uniqueness that nobody has been able to get in that lane. And this is all, of course, my thoughts, my opinions. You guys may be like, oh, there's this person, oh, there's this person. But for me personally, since I'm very particular in my R&B music and with her discography, I just love all of her music that was put out and her voice. It's just so unique, and I don't know. But yeah, if you know what I'm trying to say. But anyways, thank y'all for coming in. Curious if you were able to get the Aaliyah doll, if there are any Aaliyah fans out there. Let me know your thoughts on this review. And like I said, I think she's gonna come back. I think. So just hold on just a little bit. I think for those who really wanted her and missed out on her. But anyways, thank y'all for coming in. And as always, I hope you have a great day, a great night, wherever you may be. And remember to stay kind to yourself as well as to others. Simply Rye.